I think whatever works for that couple is what works for that couple. You know what I'm saying? I think that there's different strokes for different folks, which is the reason why we're talking about really the topic today. It's about beta males versus alpha males. You know, and I think this is a good segue. I think maybe the young lady was confused that was actually having this conversation. And I don't know what her resentment was for other women. I don't know really how that works in that community, but I mean,
Wait,
you know what I'm
so
saying?
you think that she is someone who's interested in the same sex, and you feel like, I mean,
Clearly.
well, but she said, why does a woman feel like the man has to take care of her? And she said from own personal experience. So does you feel like because she identifies as a man? Maybe?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So
I'm
it's like
sorry. I'm a little slow.
So it's like two women that he ain't slow. There's two women that's going out with each other. They're like, you going to foot the bill? We going to foot the bill. You know what I'm saying? Right. It should be like this, that one. Right. Keep the men out of it because we ain't got nothing to do with that. We already know what our rules are. We know what we got to do already. That's some other entanglement, you know what I'm saying, stuff.
Confusing it. She got confused.
Confusing the situation. For me, I'm just looking at it from a perspective, respectfully. You know, everybody got their own, you know what I'm saying, twist and whatnot. But for me, you know, we're talking today about, you know, some things that just need to be more clear. We're talking about alpha males versus beta males, you know, and when it comes to alpha males, you know the type of person that you want to be with. Unfortunately, alpha males is limited. Everybody thinks they're an alpha male. You know what I'm saying? I feel like there are different stages of men. There are, you know, there's good guys, there's not so good guys, there's the bad boy type, the guy that basically, you know, your mom will tell you to stay away from, you know, hey, don't hang out with that person, you know, that type of person. Disregard for authority, you know, but that person brings excitement to you because it's unpredictable. You never know what's going to come back out. And this is for females and males, you know what I'm saying, as well, alike, because it's alpha females and alpha males. And, you know, when it comes to the type of people, you know what I'm saying, that everyone interacts with, everybody thinks that this person's an alpha, but you really know who you're dealing with when you have a classification. Once you're able to identify a person's psychological and social makeup, things can really, really come click. You got clues, you got certain things, and really you never know who a leader is until something, you know, hits you. You know what I mean? I think we got to understand what an alpha male is. Let's go around the room and say, you know, I want to know what everybody's definition of an alpha male is.
You read my mind.
There you go. All right. We in sync.
Well, I feel like the men should start because we're talking about males. Let's get the male perspective.
No, I want to hear it.
No, you always do. No, I want to hear Todd now.
Todd, say the best for last. We're going to say the best for last. No.
Right.
It's too many of y'all.
Yeah, y'all deep. Like, come on.
But that's why you should set the tone as the men in the room.
As the alpha male.
Exactly.
I feel like if Todd or I set the stone and we start talking about what an alpha male is, y'all gonna naturally gravitate towards what we're saying. I want to hear what y'all understand is. That part. I want to hear y'all understand it, and then you're gonna hear what an alpha male is from an alpha male's mouth.
Right.
So that's that alpha male taking charge. Dodger, what's your definition of alpha male?
So when I think of an alpha male, I think of an alpha male as being someone, like you said, take charge. Basically knows what they want, always has a plan, has a plan A, B, C, you know, to make sure that things run smoothly.
Have you ever been with an alpha male?
Yes. And, you know, I consider myself like an alpha female.
Yeah.
Or I don't know how well that meshes sometimes.
Wait a minute. You said you are an alpha female.
Absolutely.
To an alpha male. So you were in an alpha relationship.
Correct.
That's emphatically incorrect. There's no way. There's no way that could be.
Power couple.
There's no way. No.
Right. When it's a power couple, when one knows how to stand down, right? But if we're both standing our ground, like it's not going to work. So if I'm standing my ground and you stand your ground and I'm trying to stand even higher because I'm like, yo, I'm correct. Like I'm going to get, and they're like, nah, I'm correct. Like, yeah. So, you gotta find that balance in an alpha male that knows how to stand down. Because when my healing, like, I'm not perfect. Like, I pick and choose my battles now to be led. So, I mean, it works when you have that person that you meshed with that is an alpha male, and you can work together.
Okay. So there was a video.
Around the room. I thought you wanted to-
Yeah. I'm gonna get back to Diamond. Go ahead, Precious. What's your definition?
Basically, it's a man that takes leadership, that's in control of the situation. Like, basically, it's not really much to say. It's a leader.
Okay.
Like alpha male is a leader. I feel like it's a toxic version of an alpha male, and then it's the healthy version of alpha. They're both, and beta too. But a healthy alpha male, he's a leader, high strung, like like he leads the pack to whatever his vision is. A beta man, the healthy version, I feel like a beta man is like very intellectual. They can sit back. They don't need to be the star of the show. They're like the thinkers. I feel like alpha males are thinker too, but they're more like doers. Beta males is more of the thinkers. Like, they have people working for them opposed to them working. Yeah. Does that explain it? Alpha male is a leader. A beta male is more intellectual.
Okay.
Okay, so for you, an alpha male is like brawn, and the beta male is brain.
Yes.
Okay. That's the first time I heard it like that.
Right.
I like that. That.
Okay.
So for me, I feel like everybody said, alpha male is, someone who is a leader. They are take charge type of people. They are providers, and they are solid in their. They know what they stand for, and can't nobody knock them off. They don't fall for anything because they stand for what they stand for.
Right.
I feel like they are a person who is someone who are naturally like charismatic people, naturally strong. They're not physically strong, yes, but like mentally strong. They just have a way about them that they're that person. You think of, a lion and their, what is it, a pride of lions?
Mm-hmm.
You think of that king lion. That's the alpha to me. And, they are the warrior class, the people who, are on the front lines of situation may be. In a group, you can tell because everybody kind of gravitates to them, so they follow them because they just have that take charge personality. And to me, beta, when I've always heard of beta male, I always thought of it as something like negative, but that doesn't necessarily have to be the case. When Marion just said like a thinker, but every time I heard beta, I was just thinking like less than somebody who's kind of what they call like simps or something, but who is just like weaker. But I guess I shouldn't look at it like that because it shouldn't be like superior, inferior.
Right.
It's just they have different strengths. And, so being with the beta male is not necessarily a negative thing, or being a beta male is not necessarily a negative thing. You just have your go-getters, your take chargers, and they are just kind of like maybe observers and, like you said, the philosophical thinkers.
Right.
So thank you, Marion, for teaching me something or give me a new perspective on things today.
Okay. Get them, Todd. Oh, wait. So we have Breon first also. Breon. Oh, matter of fact, go ahead, Coach Doc. We're gonna have Breon comment the last one.
Well, I think that like when you start talking about the alpha male, you're talking about a person that when it comes to their family, it's the protector, it's the provider, it's the comforter, it's the look, it's gotta happen, it's the I'm willing to sacrifice for me to make sure y'all good. Those are all natural things. Right now, if we're on the highway and this guy acts crazy, 9 times out of 10, we're gonna be one to get out the car to say, look, this ain't gonna happen. So it doesn't matter the size, it doesn't matter. So these are just examples of not just in a physical way, but alpha male's instinct is different. Like use the lions, perfect. I also want to say this. We also know with experience anyway, how to pick a good woman too. And that comes from the experience of picking the wrong ones. So for me, I say picking the good one. You know how you might say, we might have an argument if I say that women, they have an identity. Women, especially nowadays, y'all are becoming so alpha that it's kind of like hard to deal with you. Like, I don't want to beef with you. Like, I am a man. Like, I'm not tucking my tail type of situation. So I think that that times have caused the women to become more alpha-like. So if you run into an alpha male, you're going to clash. Because his thing is, to be the protector and the provider. And your thing is, look, well, I've been doing this shit without you, nigga. I mean, you know what I'm saying? So, for lack of better language. But the reality of the situation is this is what's going on in the world today. We're dealing with a different breed of woman. And I think that this new breed, they've been through the hurt, they've been through the pain, they're not trying to hear it, they're getting their own money, it's nothing that, like, a lot of them are making more money than the males now. So it's like, what are you going to do? So now some men, I want to say, they don't know how to handle that. So what happens is they just conform. So now if you're not like helping with the problem, you're actually contributing to it. So as a male, an alpha male, I think that when we come along and we try to like help make the situation better, it becomes harder for us because we have to be the one to either try to fix the problem or move on. So I know I said a lot in the mix of that, but it all boils back down to the alpha male being the protector, the alpha male being the provider. And it's very hard for alpha male to tuck his tail towards his woman in a situation where he believes that, he should be more of the one, taking charge, especially when it comes to bills, when it comes to certain things. And sometimes, you run into issues with that. So, that's my part on it.